This is one write-up of mine which will be coming in my blog also to know more details about it. But many people of late, there's been a lot of controversies happening as to who is a genuine spell worker. How do we know if the person is a genuine healer? How do we know if it is good or not? Let me tell you one thing. Years, or ages, from ages, there have been root workers, there have been spell workers, there have been all these people there. So how do I know? We are not the right persons to judge anyone in this world if he is right or wrong. So first thing I want to tell you all, I am not going to sit here and judge X is good, Y is bad. No, that is not my work. That as a client is only the client's work to judge their own spell workers. But yes, I'll say one thing, entrust it to the universe. The universe will guide you as to whom you should go or what you should do, because in those days, people used to just entrust themselves to the spellcaster and say, yes, I believe in you completely and I know you're going to do it. And that's how the magic used to actually happen, because without faith, without any sort of a belief, even if you pay lumps and lumps of money, bundles and bundles of money, the spell is not going to work, because your faith somewhere is shattered over there. You have to understand that, because a spellcaster's work will work beautifully when the client who comes there also entrusts themselves completely. Okay, somewhere what happens is, it's more like, yes, I understand nowadays there are people who claim as if, yeah, you come to me, everything is solved, as if, we are gods. Let me tell you one thing, we are not gods. Nothing will happen unless you have your faith on us. Nothing will work unless and until you are true and honest to your spellcaster. I will give you a small example. Someone came to me, I think it was 1 year back. Someone had come to me and they had said, Pinky ji, my husband is having an affair with someone, and can you separate them? And somewhere I said okay, and again here is where the healer, the root worker, the Wiccan or the spellcaster plays a role. We ask them more intricate details. For example, in my case, somewhere I was finding it's not correct. So I said, can I send you a Facebook friend request? So I sent her a request, and then I anyways had the details of the boy and the girl whom she wanted separated. So I did my little bit of my own research, and then I found out that she was the one who was having an affair with this man, and she wanted the man to get separated from the wife. So immediately I called up and I said, sorry, I'm not doing the case. So this is where the spellcaster's work also comes, that we also know the intricate details of everything, and then we take up, and we just don't take up that, okay, this is the case, I will do it for you. So here again, the honesty of the client mattered, and the logical thinking of the spellcaster also mattered. Both the ways it works. Only one way it never works. Again, I have had cases who come to me and say, Pinky ji, can you do this ritual for us? And then I tell them, for some cases I say 21 days, for some I say 45 days, and for some I say only 1 day. They get offended. They say, we saw your thing in the Insta, you're doing 1 day spells, and why you need to do 11 days for us? Why you need to do 21 days for us? Now let me tell you one thing. Say for example, a person is having a loss for the past 10 years, and a person has just started the business. Both of them need an income ritual, but case A has 10 years of blockages, wherein case B has just started the business. So for case B, just a one ritual on a full moon will do, because he is starting. He doesn't need in-depth. Wherein the case A needs more in-depth, because stage-wise the blockages have to be removed. We have to see where things went wrong, what has happened, how to do. So don't get offended when someone says that I need to you need to do 10 times or you need to do 21 times, because ultimately we can also say that one time 10,000 rupees. We can also say 21 times 30,000 rupees. But the logical thinking is what matters here. This is very important, that again here, when the client honestly tells the spellcaster what it is that they have come for, and when the spellcaster sees properly. Now in my case, I do an energy reading, I do a card reading, I do a lot of things to find out how the spell will work. Because one thing is, after knowing the root cause of the problem, I have to be genuine and I have to tell them frankly that yes, this is the percentage of success, because I am not God again. I cannot say, yes, give me 1 lakh, your work is solved. No, it doesn't solve in that way. It actually doesn't solve in that way. It works both ways. So I have to first find out what it is, and you have to be truthful to me, and that is how it works. Now I know I got wavered away and I started talking about my case studies, wherein you will not find all this in the article which I am putting in the blog. Certain things you can keep in mind to pay attention as to who is a good spellcaster. Now in my blog I will be bringing in these things. I have given first thing is, don't make hasty decisions. For example, you see someone saying, I will bring your lover back. We see a lot of ads, no? Mantra Tantra, Mantra Vidya, say you can bring your husband back, Vashikaran and all that. Don't just jump to it. Oh, Vashikaran, let me go get it done. No, please don't do that. This is where you get tricked. This is where you fall into the scammers. First, go online, search 10 people, talk to them, take out the time, go by your inner gut. Don't go by what is given in the ad. Speak to them, see what is genuine. Do your own work. I have given in the second point is, do your spade work. When I say do your spade work, I will not say a person who gives a spell for 333 is not genuine, and I will not say a person who does a spell work for 3 lakh is not genuine. We don't know whose energies are what. As I said, I am not here to sit and judge the energy of a spell worker. You need to speak to them. You need to take out the time, see what is the ways in which they are trying to give you solutions. You need to see what it is that they are known for. Are they experienced or are they new? Do they have their own way of handling clients? Maybe you can ask them for testimonials, or maybe you can just see their, what can we say, you can see their Facebook page, you can see their Insta, whatever it is, but do your own spade work. Just don't go that, okay, मेरे पास आइए, come to me, 333 मैं आपको बना दूंगी. No, please don't do that. You come to me, your problem is solved. Just don't go blindly by that. Okay. Now the third point that I have put here is, be well prepared. Now when I say be well prepared, you know what is the outcome that you want. Have faith in that outcome, and when the spellcaster is telling you or making you to understand their point of view. Don't just jump to the no, this is what I want, this is how I want. Sorry, that is not the work. And if I'm going to just say, you want this is what is going to happen, then first thing you should know that the person is not genuine. So they will tell you what may happen, what will not happen. Go with that. I will not say blind faith is wrong here or blind faith is not needed here, but at least faith is needed here. 100% dedication and faith on your spellcaster is needed here. Again, look for signs. For example, now sometimes you go to a person and you tell them your issue, and then you find them again and again messaging you, telling you this might go wrong, that might go wrong, get it done immediately, get done. No, spellcasters don't do that. Spellcasters tell you the intricity of the matters. They tell you how and what has to be done, because again, we are not gods to say that today if you don't do the spell, then tomorrow you're doomed. That is not us. We are not gods to decide that. We have to just give you what is what, a clear-cut picture, and then do it. So that was my next point, which I said, don't rush. Don't just say, okay, I'm giving you 10 lakhs, get the work done. No, don't rush into anything. And even if the spellcaster is rushing you into, then again you will come to that, okay, this is not the spellcaster that matters. I have also given money here. Now, charges have been told, okay, the spellcaster tells you this is the charges. Sit to them, talk to them, clear all your doubts. And if the charges have been laid out, see if you are able to pay the charges, and see if the person who's charging you is actually a proper person who's charging you and you can believe in her and go by her. And if you feel yes, both the ways it's good, I can pay it, then pay and go ahead. If you feel no, right now I am not able to pay it, then you can always tell the spellcaster, I will save it and I will come back to you, because again, if you don't do the spell immediately, nothing big harm is going to come. Yes, it might take some time for the problem to get solved, but whatever problem you're already facing, that is why you have come. You know that there is no other choice. Everything is closed. Right? Now the last point which I've given here is promises. Usually a spellcaster will not promise you unless she feels that the energy can be solved. But if she promises you and say, yes, it will definitely happen, please think. Because most of the times when cases come to me, I tell them, I will try my best, it will get removed. But again, I am not God. You have faith in me, then that is how things will work. So many queries come to me. Actually, lots and lots of queries come to me. Some I just take it, some I leave it. I have even heard spellcasters who threaten, saying that you came to me, I checked, now you're not coming to me, so you're doomed. No, it's not going to happen. In fact, I've heard 2-3 people coming and telling me that Pinky ji, she said she's a Wiccan and now if I don't follow her, she will see to that I'm ruined. Again, we are not gods. We are Wiccans. We work with the universe, we work with the energy, but we are not gods. And if we have the energy to destroy you, then I'm sure God is going to destroy us first. That much alone I have faith that we are the maybe source of helping you to come out of the issue, but we are not people who can dominate you or threaten you or make you feel that yes, you do it or else you're doomed. No, that is not in our hands. Certain cases I have myself told, get it removed or else problem will continue, because that is the reality, that the problem will continue. But I cannot say if you don't remove it, much bigger issues are coming, unless sometimes one or two cases I also remember I had told someone that this person is continuously doing something for you, why don't you get it removed, or else you'll keep facing the same problem, or she might even end up having the confidence and do more. But I never told that person that if you don't do it, you're doomed, because again, I am not God. So I hope you all enjoyed hearing me as to how do we find a real spellcaster. Again, I would like to end here on a small note that go by your inner feel. Don't go by money, don't go by charges, don't go by the gimmicks and everything that the world talks about. Go by the inner feel, talk to the healer, see how she is, see what it is that she's telling you, see whatever she's telling you, do you feel yes, this has happened? Because whenever I do with my clients, what I do is I do an energy reading for them, and then I check and I tell them, did this happen with you? Has this been in this way? Then they say yes, exactly, this has happened. For example, I tell someone, do you think this person who's next to you is the person who's responsible, and has she done something like this? And when they say yes, then that is a pull. That is where you know that okay, I am talking to a genuine spellcaster. Not that okay, what is it, sir, you want money? Okay, you want money to come? Give me 10,000 rupees, your spell is done. No, that is not a spellcaster. She will first find out all the details. She will find out why the business is a loss. She will find out why the love is not working out. So, I hope it's clear, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, please don't pounce on me saying she is come to put other spellcasters down. Sorry, that is not my forte. I cannot judge another spellcaster. Another spellcaster cannot judge me. I can only be judged by my beautiful students, by my followers, and people who have learned from me or who have got rituals done for me. Same way, I cannot judge another spellcaster if I have not got any services done by him or her. So I hope it is a very clear thing which I have said. I am going to bring in certain controversial topics like this, but in a very proper way and a nice way, not putting anyone down, because that is not what I am meant for. I am me, I am Pinky Punjabi, and you all know I always say I am best in whatever I do. Same way are you, you are the best in whatever you do. So if you all liked it, subscribe. The usual last liner which I will say is subscribe my channel so that you are notified as in when I come live, when I bring in new things, when I bring in my tips and tricks, and nowadays even workshop details I've started bringing in here so that everyone can see what is happening. So loads of love to all of you all, and may God, may Baba, may my Shirdi Sai guide you the best spellcaster, the best solution giver to you all, and may you all get all your problems solved and lead a beautiful and happy life. God bless. Thank you.